Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway, Obasanjo free not to use road when completed. Umahi.
Why are public officers sometimes so rude? And they don't apply caution in the things that they say. President Obasanjo criticized the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway. It is within his rights to do so. It is within the rights of anybody to criticize it. It's being used with public funds. Public funds belongs to every Nigerian.
That's right.
Therefore, to say that it's free not to use the road when completed is completely rude. It would be bad enough to say that to an ordinary citizen, talk less of a former president. If he criticizes, there are two things you can do. You can explain, or you can just admit that he has the right to criticize. But to be rude to him is unacceptable. And our public officers, especially under President Tinubu needs to caution these people. His spokesperson, this was credited to the Minister Umahi. And they should stop taking these things personal. He criticized it. Why should you say he is free not to use the road when completed? It's been built with public funds. I think it's unacceptable. And we must show manners in public and is lacking in some of them. We have one minister running riot all over the place. Then we have another one who's being rude to a former president. It's unacceptable. Whatever you might think of it, the man deserves, indeed, any individual deserves respect. When they don't agree, it's not Umahi's personal money. It's Nigeria's money. It's taxpayers' money. And I don't know what you think you will lose by what Umahi, for example, will lose either by deciding not to react, which would have been my first reaction if I were to advise him, Honorable Minister, leave it. People will always criticize. Or you can say it's his right to do so. Or you can explain it. But taking these things personal, and I don't know when abuse became a kind of defense. Usually when things like this get to abuse, it means that there's more to it than meets the eye. If you can't explain simple things and end up in abuse, it's free not to use the road. It's not Umahi's road. It's not his money.
I just wanted to add that, and if you know the president's men, perhaps if you know them one-on-one, you may want to pass along this message, because I feel that for every criticism the administration gets, it opens the door to even market the administration the more. For what President Obasanjo said, the minister could have explained the economic benefit of the road. Mr. President, he has right to his opinion, but look, this road will do this, Even if you've explained it before, explain again. It's an opportunity for you to market your government again and again and again and again.
Sheriff,
you are not losing anything.
It looks as if some public officers in this particular government think we're in a dictatorship. They have this tendency of talking down on people. What are they hiding? What's the problem?
What's the
problem? Every time you as much, in my own case, they say he hates the president. He hates, they just go on and on like that. Okay, whether I like the president or not, react to what I've said. No. It's the same thing here. And that kind of attitude is not going to help at all. I think that the president needs to rein in his men. People must be respected. This country belongs to all of us as stakeholders, and everybody has the right to criticize or otherwise. In fact, what you do is, even if people go beyond that and try to be a bit abusive or so, you ignore them. You set the good example. You say he's free not to use the road. But I almost said something you have thrown me out. I almost was going to sound a bit like Lege. You know that kind
I don't like it.